Hello and welcome to my ePortfolio. My name is Jana Lausevic. I am 20 years old. I'm from Belgrade, Serbia. I am a current junior at City College of New York. However, I am attaining a bachelor's through the CUNY BA program, which is a very stellar interdisciplinary program for your own type of major where you can title your own major, pick your own classes. It's a pretty extraordinary thing, and through that, I am taking this course with an e-permit, and it's been a very stellar experience, and here we go. So on this page, this is my welcome page, the theme is pretty much very, I'd say, baby Easter egg color vibes. I like light colors, pink, blues, and pinks, and yellows. So my home page tab right here, as you can see, when you click on it, it's going to be a light blue, as opposed to the other ones that aren't clicked on yet. They're a light pink, and that theme will be true throughout. So the first welcome page, welcome to my ePortfolio. A short little synopsis. My name is Jana Lausevic. As I said, I'm an entertainment marketing major as well as a media communications major. It's a double one. I grew up as part of Generation Z, and because of that, media has been ingrained in my life from practically day one. I love all things media, music, TV, film, internet, etc., and I've dabbled in all the mediums, and I somehow can't seem to pick a favorite, so I figured jack of all trades it is, until I decide. Here I will be displaying my semester's worth of work from my communications and media course, and perhaps after indulging in my portfolio, you'll get a better grasp of who I am and where I stand. In my welcome page, I felt the need to display a few pictures of what I'm most interested in, what I'd say describes me. I see myself in the future working in the entertainment industry, specifically music, events, ideally festivals. It's one of my favorite things. Aside from other hobbies, which include swimming, listening to music, biking around with my dog, strolling around, hanging out with friends, just pleasure involving music and social activities. So here we go to page 2, which is about me. In About Me, we will see first thing is the golden record. This was sent out on the Voyager to, God forbid, any aliens or intelligent species find us. They will see this golden record, and on it are the world's most best produced songs according to certain people, along with Earth sounds, and something that if anyone were to find this, any being were to find this, they would understand who we are and what we're about and how to potentially communicate with us. And I think that's beautifully done through music, so that's one of my favorite things ever, and I think that picture does quite adequately illustrate my interests. So About Me, there's me, my senior year of high school, one of the slightly only professional pictures I have, so I chose that. As I mentioned, my name is Jana Lausevic. I was born in Belgrade, Serbia in 1999 during the NATO bombings, and we moved to New York City after a few months, and I've been living here ever since. I explained much about my degree, and it's a very interesting process. Never thought I would have this much freedom in my schooling, and I think that's how it should be, considering I am the one paying for it. As I said, I want to get involved with the entertainment industry. Several occupations of interest are music, events, A&R, soundtracks, music marketing, etc. A quote I think that represents who I am is a quote by Matthew McConaughey, which he spoke after he won Best Actor at the Oscars, which is, "You see, every day and every week and every month and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be my hero. I'm not going to obtain that, and that's fine with me because it keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing," which I thought was very nicely said. In the section below, it's more so how I plan to use my degree and where I see myself going in more detail, I guess. I love the synchronization of music and visual media, discovering new music and artists and watching how they are cultivated and developed in the industry. the ways videos are produced, the ways artists are marketed, the entire process from discovery, production, distribution, they all intrigue me. And my goals are to pursue, as I mentioned, that dual degree. In addition, I plan on attaining a master's in event management. And with this, I hope to be part of the entertainment industry, as I said, ideally working on festivals, concerts, touring, etc. Moving on, we will go to my resume. On my resume, you see, first off, my objective. Second off, where I am, what my GPA is, etc. Starting from my most previous experience. As I said, I've dabbled within the industry quite a bit. My most previous experience was working as an A&R manager for a record label. After that, I worked in soundtrack for the CBS network show called Instinct. After that, had dabbled a bit in the restaurant industry, in events with Julia Valor staffing an events company, worked with animals. Before that, while I was in high school, I worked as an editing intern at a film editing firm. I worked as a swimming instructor, as a lifeguard. Before that, I worked on the Royal Pains show, which is on the USA Network, as an intern film editor. And I dabbled around throughout my education to figure out what it is I think my niche is. Still to be determined, but moving on to what I learned this semester, which is what it's all about, I'd say. And for starters, the first skill I chose was historical analysis of media. And to me, that means, as I am saying right here, historical analysis of media is a very important skill I learned this semester. This entails looking back in history and analyzing how the media or medium developed over the course of time, focusing on the timeline of said media from its origin to its current standing, and realizing how and why it was shaped to what it is today. The assignments I chose reflect this skill set. For one, learning about the death of a medium like CDs, analyzing its predecessor vinyls and how that evolved into CDs, then subsequently how CDs died out with the addition of the MP3 and music streaming, all of which had to do with the time in which they were created and the subsequent evolution as time went on. Two, my other example was our Silicon Valley assignment. Here we literally had to analyze the entirety of Silicon Valley, starting from when it originated to why it was in California and how it progressed to be the tech money-making central of the world. All of this was done by honing in on the relative times and unraveling it piece by piece, seeing the cause and effect of the people and the influences they had on one another, and hence their innovations as well. In essence, this skill taught me to understand the butterfly effect within media and will help me better understand the future evolution of media to come, which I think is an enormous skill, to say the least. Second is political analysis of media, where, as I say, political analysis of media is another important skill I learned this semester. It entails overlapping multiple factors in order to understand the way media works, in this case, analyzing politics and media simultaneously. It's a crucial skill set, especially in the world we're living in today, where politics and media join forces. It's essential to understand their partnership. The assignments I chose reflect this adequately because both are involved with the influence media has on politics and vice versa. My first example is the viral social movements assignment. Here we had to research what makes something go viral and then tie that in with the social movement of our choice, which mine was related to animal rights movement. Unraveling how something universal and political could reach millions. In my other example, I used the net neutrality argument assignment, which happened to be my favorite assignment. This one practically speaks for itself. We dug deep into the argument of whether we have the right to freely roam the internet in privacy with the involvement of the government, or whether it's more beneficial for ISPs to run the internet, keeping our free market intact. A question of whether we want government control or free economy. It's a very difficult argument, and yet towards the end I was leaning towards my opposing argument, which is very interesting. But both of these assignments dealt with an issue we all face every day in today's world, and I'm confident to say that I finally have my own opinion on the matter and understand it on a much grander scale. And here you can see the assignments used, as well as the assignments used in the historical aspect that I learned. And overall, this course has taught me quite a huge amount about the evolution of media, the historical impact, the way it's evolved, and given me a much bigger picture of the cause and effect and potentially the future to come with all the media that we have right now and how that's going to evolve in the world we live in today, politically, socially, economically, etc. It was a very eye-opening course, to say the least. Thank you.